Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video is going to be a new Will I Buy It? I post this series every single Wednesday chatting over new makeup releases, my thoughts on them, if I'm planning to pick them up or pass over them. I'll have my playlist linked down below as well as the community playlist where creators who make this style of new makeup releases video can add their videos to the playlist. So if you want to catch others like this, that will also be linked in my description box. But as always, I do have a lot to chat about this week, so why don't we go ahead and get started. Okay, so I did want to say that I did film this eye look here. So this will be for tomorrow's video, I believe it is. It's going to be kind of a throwback Thursday video. I'm going to be doing a 3 looks with one older palette. So I always link my makeup in the description box. If you want to check out what palette will be featured in tomorrow's video, you will find it there. But I did want to say that the tutorial on this eye look will be in tomorrow's video if you are curious about it. But jumping into it, I am reading from the Trend Mood 1 Instagram, so I do have her linked in my description box since I read off her account and use some of the photos that she posts over there. First up, I was getting a lot of tags on an indie brand release. This is a Certify Eye. They're coming out with a new eyeshadow palette. This is a very green eyeshadow palette. I believe this is called the Affinity 2. And looking at the Certify Eye Instagram, it says, I'm hoping this will be available for purchase around March sometime. So we might have a little bit to go for this palette, but we, can see the full palette, see what it looks like. So it's got some greens and some blues in there. It looks very beautiful, like very eye-catching, very colorful, all that good stuff. For me, I've never actually tried Certify. I am curious about the brand. I've seen some reviews on them and tutorials with their palettes, but I've never tried anything myself. And while I appreciate like a fun green blue eyeshadow palette, I like that it's something a little bit maybe outside of the norm. I think that that's a cool thing. For me, I don't know if I would get a ton of use out of this one because I'm not someone who goes for these super colorful looks a ton. I like to mix it up every now and then, but I don't see myself reaching into this palette a whole lot just because of my personal makeup preferences. But I got a ton of tags on this one. I feel like a lot of people are very excited about this palette, so you have to let us know kind of your feedback with Certify Eye in the comments if you're planning to grab the Affinity 2 palette. While I definitely do think it looks beautiful, I think for my makeup collection I can go ahead and pass over it. So Sephora has some of their new favorites collections out, and I thought I would touch on these because I think 2 of them in particular are pretty sweet that I would recommend. They have a new lash stash to go, so this is $28. You get 5 deluxe size mascaras and also a voucher to redeem a full size one. I used to purchase these quite a bit, and I thought it was really cool because you would get to try out 5 different mascaras, and then you could take this voucher into a Sephora store and exchange it for one of the full size mascaras that was in that set. So you could pick your favorite one out of the 5 and then get a full size one. And a lot of high-end mascaras are in the $20 range, and you paid $28 for the whole set. Like, I think that these are a really sweet deal, and I tend to recommend them quite a bit. But in this new one, you have the Hourglass Caution Extreme Lash Mascara, which I have on my lashes today. It's one of my favorite mascaras. Also the Milk Makeup Kush High Volume Mascara. I've been through my deluxe size sample of it. I'm on another one. I think it's a fabulous mascara. There's also the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara. I recently started trying that one and I enjoy it so much. I highly recommend that one as well. Then there's also the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes 4-in-1 Mascara and the Too Faced Better Than Sex. Too Faced Better Than Sex mascaras and everything. So those 2 don't get me super stoked, but especially because there's those 2 newer mascaras to the market, the Hourglass and the Milk, I think that this is a great deal. And while I don't need it because I actually have all of them except for the Tarte in my collection right now, I still would recommend them if you're looking for some new ones, you've wanted to try out some of the newer ones. And again, don't forget about that voucher if you purchase it. But then there's also the Beauty Sleep set. This is for $36, so it's a skincare set, but it's really focused on kind of like PM skincare. But I think there's some really sweet things you get in here. From Belief Cosmetics, you have the Aqua Bomb Sleeping Mask, which I think is cool. From Fresh, you have the Lotus Youth Preserve Dream Face Cream Super Lotus Night Recovery. Okay, I hope you wrote that down. You also have the sample, like a minier version of the Laneige Lip Sipping Mask, which I think is fantastic. I recommend this all the time. Would be a really cool way to try it out. You have some products in there from Murad, from Origins, also from the Sephora collection. You have a hair sleeping mask, which is very interesting. You have some, and then from Sunday Riley, you have their night oil in there too. I just think, again, I think this is a really cool set for $36, kind of focused on the skincare, but there's some really good products in there. Some ones that I haven't tried, and some ones that, I would recommend also. So I thought that I would point out those Sephora sets. I'll have them both linked down below. Hopefully they're still in stock. I know that these sometimes can go fast, or they're in stock and then they're out of stock, but I'll try to link them down below because I think those are pretty neat. And then next up we have some new brush sets from Real Techniques. Real Techniques does have really nice brushes, and they are coming out with some new sets. The Blending Gem set. This is $24.99. You get a cheek blender and also a foundation blender. It looks like you get some brush cleansing gel packets. So that's pretty cool. You also have a Sculpt and Glow set for $19.99. You get a medium sculpting brush, a strobing fan, a cheek applicator, and also a lip applicator. I actually just got one of these sets in the mail. Actually, let me go grab it. So I just got this set sent to me from Real Techniques, which is really cool. This is the Face and Eye Cheek set. So inside you have a blush brush, you have the Miracle Complexion Sponge, which I really enjoy. I used mine today to do my makeup. We have a deluxe crease brush, a setting brush, and an expert face brush. So I think that this is pretty sweet. It doesn't say the price on this one, but it says the first time we have ever put all of our fan favorites into one set. So that's pretty cool. So if these are available now, I will go ahead and link them down below. But if you find a set from Real Techniques, I definitely would recommend them. They have really nice brushes, and I know I filmed a favorite brushes video for, I think it went up last week, and some people were asking like for good sets. Mona Metallics definitely has a lot of different brush sets in there that I would recommend, but also I would check out Real Techniques, and a lot of times they're available at Ulta or at Target. So speaking of brushes, Sigma Beauty is also coming out with some new brushes. So they have the 4D HD Precision brush, a precise concealer blender with a poignant four-sided brush head to finally apply and diffuse concealer close to the eye. This is going to be $20. There's also the P87 Edge Precision to exactly apply and blend concealer. So this is a small, steeply angled triangular brush head, and that's also going to be $20, and it's going to be available on January 29th online at the Sigma website. So I actually did get these in PR as well, but I already had to stash them away in the basement over the weekend. Like, I used to have it set up in my office, like a corner for new releases, so I could like show and try out, but since our house is on the market, I like look at something, I try to put it on my Instagram stories, and then it immediately has to go into the basement, and then just when I'm ready to get it, I have to walk into the basement to bring it back up. It's been super fun, but I did get those as well, and I'm really excited to try these out, especially the 4D HD Precision brush. I don't know why I can't say that today. This one has me pretty excited for concealer. I think that I'm really going to like it. So I'm going to be testing these out pretty quickly. I think I'm going to test one of these. I have a new concealer to try in Friday's Trying New Makeup video. So if you want to see that one in action, I'm going to try to remember to use that one on Friday. So I'm excited about these. And you know, curious to see what I'll think about them. So I thought I'd let you guys know those will be available January 29th. I am also a Sigma affiliate. My code with Sigma is Samantha. I mentioned a lot of the Sigma brushes in my favorite brushes video, and I've been using a Sigma for a very long time. So definitely would recommend those. So this is a little notice from Sephora here, and Trendmood did post this on her account as well. So it says, you may have noticed that while checking out at Sephora.com, you can now see multiple promo code fields. This is not a glitch. We are beginning to introduce functionality that will allow certain promotions to be combined. It says we're excited to start testing this on Wednesday the 16th. The first day it will be live on Sephora. Not all promotions will be combinable, and each promotion will have different rules, including whether or not it can be included with other promotions. But I think that's pretty cool to see, because a lot of times it would frustrate me during something like the VIB sale when you would have a code to enter at checkout. You would enter that code, but that meant that you couldn't also include a beauty offer in there. You know, getting a foundation sample or a mascara sample or something like that. You know, there'd be a code with that beauty offer. You couldn't enter that because you were already entering the code to get your discount, and that would just kind of drive me crazy. So hopefully that's pretty good news. I'm excited to see that. Again, you know, they're making sure to say not everything. Like, I'm sure that you can't just click, you know, go through all of the beauty offers and you know, do every single one of them, because there's usually, you know, multiple offered and that sort of thing. But I think it would be really nice, especially for if there's some sort of sale going on where you have to use a code, that you could still use a bonus offer to get, you know, a sample or whatever it may be. So thought I would mention that. I'm excited to see that. I think it's about time, because I always thought that that was pretty silly, to be honest. Okay. So Pixi Beauty is coming out with even more new skincare. I touched on some of their new skincare releases a couple weeks ago in a Will I Buy It video, and it looks like they have even more coming out. They're also going to be coming out with sheet masks, which I think is pretty sweet. I really enjoy Pixi Beauty's skincare. I think their skincare is even better than a lot of their makeup products, and I have so much in my collection. I use it consistently. I highly recommend them. But they're just, I mean, they're coming out they're coming out with a lot. Hydrating Milky Mist is a fabulous spray. I think it's great. I put it in, I think it was my 9 in 2019 Project Pan. I think it's really good. They're coming out with a Hydrating Milky Cleanser, a Hydrating Milky Makeup Remover, a Hydrating Milky Peel, a Milky Tonic, Hydrating Milky Lotion. Like, they have a bunch of different things in here. They have an in-shower steam facial, which I'm pretty curious about because I love doing skincare in the shower. Like, getting in there, letting the steam really open up my pores, then do some sort of mask or exfoliator or something. I just feel like it's really awesome. They're coming out with eye patches. They have a bunch of vitamin C products in here as well. A bunch of rose products, Rose Body Cleanser, Rose Body Polish. So they have new lip icings. I mean, they're gonna have so much going on. I will definitely link the Pixi website down below if you want to check anything out. You can also find Pixi at Target, which I think is awesome, but there's a lot in here that I am definitely pretty curious about. You know, obviously I can't like go out and grab everything, but I want to try to grab a few products in here and really be able to test them out and let you know what I think. But again, I really enjoy Pixi skincare, so I think it's really awesome to see that they're expanding their line and like really, I mean, that's a lot of new products going on. I got so many tags on this new eyeshadow palette from Colourpop, and they made me so excited. So they're coming out with a new eyeshadow palette. This one is the It's My Pleasure eyeshadow palette. So there's 9 different shades and it's $12 and it should be available now on the Colourpop website, so I'll have it linked down below. But I was so excited over the tags because there's a shade in there called Chick Lit, and the majority of the tags that were coming in were people saying, look, there's a shade called Chick Lit. And that made me feel so awesome because I'm, in addition to doing YouTube, I'm a published author and I'm a book blogger, and my blog is called Chick Lit Plus. Chick Lit is a book genre. I also write Chick Lit. My current series that I'm writing is a Chick Lit series, and I just thought it was so cool because sometimes I don't know, when it comes to YouTube and beauty and everything, I don't know how to describe this, but sometimes I kind of wonder if people know that I also write books. I try to mention it in YouTube videos whenever, you know, it's relevant. So like, I don't just like, I don't know, talk about it just randomly, but I also don't want it to be too like self-promoting, even though, I mean, that's what you have to do when you're an independent author and you work for yourself and you publish yourself. You do have to self-promote, but I never want it to seem too much. So I don't know, when people started tagging me on that, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, people do know I write books. That's super cool. Like, I don't know, it was just such a weird thing, but it made me really excited. So thank you to everyone who tagged me, and that really made my day. This palette looks beautiful. We got the purple and pinky shades. It's $12, which I think is a great price. You know, you got your 9 shades. I love the Colourpop pressed eyeshadow palettes. I think that they are great quality. I recommend them so much. I honestly think I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up. It already did become available. I didn't grab it on the day of release, but I think that I am still going to pick this one up because I do think that I would use it, which I think is definitely very important. I love purple and pink shades, which is on my eyes today. I really do like these shades, and I think that I would get use out of this palette. Again, I really like the Colourpop pressed palettes. I think they're great. $12 is not a bad price. So I want to kind of, when I have some downtime, wonder what that will be, I'd like to kind of browse the Colourpop website and see if there's anything else that I want to order as well, because with Colourpop, it's like I save things up and then I make big orders. That's typically how I do it. So I'll probably want to grab that one just because I think that that's a lot of fun. So thank you to everyone who tagged me. And I did want to say I do still have a code with Colourpop. It's not an affiliate code, but it will get you $5 off an order of 10 or more. It's a one-time use code. So if you haven't used my code yet, it's Samantha5, and you can get $5 off the $10. But I think the palette's really pretty. I love that there's a shade named Chick Lit. I mean, if I were to ever create an eyeshadow palette, I would totally have used the name Chick Lit. So I think that that's pretty sweet, but yeah, I'm definitely interested in that one from Colourpop. Next up, I thought that these were pretty interesting. I also got a lot of tags on this, so thank you guys so much. This is from Ofra Cosmetics. They're coming out with a new lip product, and this is the Flexi Stick. It says goes on smooth like a gloss, but with the pigment of a liquid lipstick. They're $19 each, and they have a handful of different shades. They're going to be available around February. I'm super curious about these. It looks like there's like one more of like a metallic shade in faux, but the other ones look to be maybe Buzz has a little bit in it too. I can't quite tell, but maybe some of these nude ones, probably Stretch I think would be the one that I would try out. Just kind of looking at the swatches, it's kind of more of like a pinky nude. I'm super curious about these because it goes on smooth like a gloss, but has the pigment of a liquid lipstick. My first question is like, well, what's the wear time? Is the wear time more like a gloss, or is the wear time more like a liquid lipstick? I don't know, but I kind of want to find out. I enjoy Ofra's lip products so much. Their liquid lipsticks are some of my favorites. I'm recommending them all of the time. So $19, not too bad. I'm very curious about the formula on this one, so I would totally be down for trying that out. But what do you guys think about these from Ofra? Did they spark your curiosity? Because they sure did for me. We also have a new product from Sol de Janeiro. This is the Coco Cabana Cream. No, inspired by the Coco Cabana Cream. This is the Coco Cabana Body Fragrance Mist. It's $19. It says it has notes of coconut, caramel, praline, marshmallow, and honey toasted vanilla. Honey and toasted vanilla latte. Okay, so it says it's going to be available online. It should be at Sol de Janeiro now, and also online Sephora January 19th, and not in stores until middle of March, it looks like. I'm not a huge fragrance person myself. You know, I have fragrances, I have perfumes, I have things that I really do enjoy and I like to wear, but I usually don't get super amped up when a new fragrance releases. It sounds really lovely and everything, the notes, that it sounds like really nice and decent, but I'm not gonna run out and grab it right away. It's just for me a personal release that doesn't excite me, but I know a lot of people just love scents on Sol de Janeiro, the body creams, and do they have another fragrance out that people just enjoy so much? Like, I think they have like shower gels or something too, so I think a lot of people will probably be really excited about this. You'll have to let us know if you are, but for me it doesn't get me like super stoked. And then also we have some more makeup brushes coming out, and these are from Beauty Bakerie. So I don't know if Beauty Bakerie has brushes out so far, or if these are their first brushes. They are available now, so the prices look like they range from $8 to $14, or you can buy the sophisticated brush collection for $50, and it looks like that has 6 different brushes in there, both face and eyes. I think the brushes look really cute. For me, I'll probably wait to hear some reviews on these products. I've tried a couple items from Beauty Bakerie, and nothing so far has like really like overly impressed me or blown me away. So brushes, I mean, brushes can definitely be a bit hit or miss, so I think that I'd wait to see some reviews. If people say that they're awesome brushes, I'd totally be down to trying them out and also being able to review them. I love trying out brushes. I have a thing for makeup brushes. I love them so much, but again, I'll probably wait a bit to see some reviews before I decide on that. But packaging is super cute and all that fun stuff. Beauty Bakerie is kind of known for that, but I think I'd wait just a bit on those. We also have a new eyeshadow palette from Viseart. So they're coming out the Liaison. Hopefully I said that correct. Eyeshadow palette. This includes 9 shades with matte and metallic finishes. So it's coming soon in February to Beautylish. I definitely did a double take when I saw this palette. I don't know what it is. I saw some tags coming in, and when I saw it, and my eyes just went like, ooh, I want to see that. I really like these shades in here. Those purples I think are really beautiful. I love wearing purple. I think it's really complementary with green eyes. There's some of these beautiful metallic shades, like the swatches look really pretty. I like that there's mattes in there. There's not a price on this, but I'm guessing, what are the 9-pan palettes? Maybe like $45 or something. Viseart is a higher priced brand, so it can get a bit pricey in there. And I think honestly that I would rather purchase the Colourpop palette for the $12, you know, $12 for the 9 shades, and you get a lot of these purples in here that I just think are so beautiful. So I think if I'm comparing the two, I would rather go with Colourpop. I know that I like their eyeshadow palettes a lot. The Viseart palettes haven't really sold me, especially for their higher price tags, so I would swing towards Colourpop for that. But it is a really pretty palette. I think for like luxury high-end lovers, Viseart lovers, I can see people getting really excited over this one because I think the color scheme in there is just beautiful. But for me, I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that one. I have more Colourpop this week. I think last week we didn't have any Colourpop, which is always super shocking when that happens, but we have another new release here from Colourpop, and these are She's a Mystery Bag. Okay then. So all I really see is that it's a mystery bag. It's $25. They have animal print packaging. I think they're available now. So the concept behind a mystery bag is that you don't really know what you're purchasing. So I'm gonna pass over this. I just think it's kind of funny that Colourpop's doing this. Like, they come out with so much and they have so many new releases all of the time. I'm just kind of like, do we really need a mystery bag? Like, there's so much. So I know that I'm going to pass over these. Like I said, I am wanting to make a Colourpop order sometime here in the future for that It's My Pleasure palette, but I'm going to be skipping on the mystery bags. Sometimes I do these, sometimes I don't. Sometimes you get a good value, sometimes, you know, it's just, you don't know what you're getting, so sometimes it can be a total miss for you. $25 doesn't sound like a bad price, and I'm sure a lot of people are gonna be purchasing these. We have, gosh, I feel like this week is gonna be a bit of a longer week, but we have some new lashes from Huda Beauty. So it says the first collaboration, so that's really interesting, and they are collaborating with Jacqueline Fernandez, who is a Bollywood actress. So this collaboration includes the Jacqueline Lash. It's a super glamorous but also natural, available January 29th. Now, I used to love the Huda Beauty eyelashes. I used to purchase Samantha quite a bit. Like, I went through a lot of pairs of Samantha, but these are like $20, I think, for the lashes. So they are higher priced, and I've been finding some lashes that I just really like that I keep repurchasing. Pure lashes, the House of Lashes, Lily lashes, which are more expensive as well, but I just haven't been purchasing from the Huda lashes a lot. And I think a while ago, like many moons ago, I did a makeup products that have been dethroned, and I'm fairly sure that I mentioned the Huda lashes in there. Just don't wear them as much, and I just don't purchase them as much. So always fun to see like new collaborations and all of that, but I think that I would go ahead and pass over these because I'm just not purchasing the lashes as much anymore. And then we have some new releases from Fourth Ray Beauty, which is a new skincare brand, and they are coming out with a lot of like detoxifying products. They have Clean Slate, which is a detoxifying powder, the Big Detox, which is a detoxifying mud mask. There's the After Hours, which is formulated with bamboo charcoal, salicylic acid, and that's more of like a night cream, night oil, which is $10. So you have affordable skincare with Fourth Ray Beauty. They kind of fall under the Colourpop, or the people who created Colourpop then went on to create Fourth Ray Beauty. I did get sent 4 products from them to try out, and I actually just mentioned one in my latest makeup monthly, but it was in the fail category. That one is their like makeup remover oil. I just didn't think that it really did much. I still have a moisturizer, a tonic, and a cleanser that I've been trying out. You know, with skincare, you have to try it out several times and on, you know, a fairly consistent basis before you can review it. But I'm planning to review those products. But so far what I've noticed is that there's nothing that is really calling out to me that I'm like overly impressed with. Like the other 3 products that I'm trying, I don't know how much I love the toner. I think that one's a little harsh on my skin, but like for the moisturizer and the cleanser, I'm not like super blown away by anything. So I'm definitely gonna wait until I have my full thoughts in place there, but I think what I've kind of noticed from Fourth Ray Beauty is that I have my other skincare brands that I really love, that I keep, you know, repurchasing products from and all of that, and I'm just not really getting that vibe with Fourth Ray Beauty. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip this line, but those are some new releases there. And then finally we have a new collection from Zoeva Cosmetics. They're coming out with the Heritage collection, which is an eyeshadow palette. There's also a highlighter and then 3 eye crayons. I've never purchased anything from Zoeva Cosmetics, and I've thought about it. I think I put them in the 8 brands that I want to try in 2018, and I ended up not doing it. There's just so many products that they come out with, or collections, that just don't really call to me. And this is another one where it just didn't really speak to me a whole lot. The crayons I probably wouldn't get a ton of use out of. The eyeshadow palette, I mean, it looks pretty, but it just wasn't something that kind of blew me away. And the highlighter almost looks more like a blush to me in the photos that I'm seeing. I don't know if that would really work for my particular skin tone, but you know, definitely it'll work for others. So I'm not sure about that one. But again, it just didn't turn my attention. I didn't do the double take, so I know that I can, you know, talk myself out of that one. It's going to be available January 28th, and I'd love to know if you're planning on grabbing it, but I'm going to pass over that one. And then after that, that's going to wrap it up before this week's Will I Buy It video. I feel like maybe we're a little bit longer once again. I felt like new releases kind of slowed down a little bit there, but we'll see what's gonna happen here. But that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know what you thought of all the products that I mentioned, and as always, if you guys did enjoy this one, I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up. I hope that you'll also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video.